Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A couple of spotty showers near the coast this morning. Thunderstorms will be inland during the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny today. High of 87 to 91. Shower thunderstorm in the evening. Clouds through the night. Low 74 to 78. Tomorrow's going to be much more active. Couple showers and heavy thunderstorms during the day. High 84 to 88. And Wednesday, again, coastal shower in the morning. Inland thunderstorm in the afternoon. High 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices. Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD, every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson with Verizon. Do you have teenage drivers or elderly parents that drive? I have what you need. It's the new Hum device by Verizon. Plugs directly into your car and sends alerts to your cell phone on the location, speed, and driving habits. And you set boundary alerts. You can call and speak live with an ASC certified mechanic. And if you have an accident and can't respond, Hum will automatically send for help. All this and more for just $10 a month. And if you're in Marion County, I'll even deliver and set it up for free. Call me 352-528-0020.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information now. Keep your inside all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Nice looking Monday morning. A little bit darker than it was Friday morning at this time. I think the sun is coming up a little bit later because, hey, we're getting deeper into the month, deeper into the year, deeper toward the autumn and that all that stuff. It is It is September 12th, 2016. Good morning. Good Monday morning. My gosh, I think I haven't spoken yet. I have to get used to talking. 72 degrees here at the studios of The Source, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get a bite to eat. There is an 80% chance we'll see rain today, possibly, most likely, in the form of an afternoon thunderstorm. And highs today reaching 91. Tomorrow, a 90% chance of rain. Wednesday, an 80%. Thursday, a 100%. Looks like a rainy week. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Larry.
How you doing?
Good. You have your morning voice.
I do?
Yeah, it
Happy
sounds really
day
good.
after your birthday, by the way.
Thank you so much. I had such a good weekend.
We had, I'm trying to remember if in the course of the last 15 years we've ever had a broadcast the day after September 11th. I don't know, has September 11th not fallen on a Saturday or a Sunday in the last 15 years? It has to have.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know, it almost seems impossible.
Yeah,
but anyway.
it has, because we did things like the Friday before, the Thursday and the Friday before,
Right,
so
yeah.
you took care of it all like
Yeah.
you did this week, yeah.
So anyway, I want to talk about that a little bit this morning because it was yesterday, but mostly we did cover that last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in small amounts. We do have a good show this morning. 7:35. We've got news and commentary. I got some more stories about football players not standing for the national anthem or etc. And some.
Yeah, I missed that game. I was wondering about it.
No,
so I was
they
gonna ask
they
you.
actually. You mean the Seahawks?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if that's considered a protest, I don't know. They're all standing and they had their arms linked together.
Oh, good.
So that didn't seem so bad to me. I don't know. I'm not so sure. But anyway. Anyway, so 7:35 till 8. Your commentary, my commentary, Robin's commentary. It's all part of the show at 7:35. 8:35, we don't offer commentary. We read the news as it's delivered and share it with you so that you can use your radio as your news source. Medical reporter Bern Pareso will be with us at 9:05. We love Bern. She'll be here talking about what she does at the Good for All Marketing Incorporated. You know what I'm saying. That's where she is. She's the CEO of Good for All Marketing.
That's right.
And she'll be talking about usually medical things in our community. Jennifer Reich at 9:20. I may be mispronouncing her name. Jennifer is an associate professor of sociology at the University of Colorado in Denver, and she's written a book called Calling the Shots: Why Parents Reject Vaccines. Okay,
Yeah.
We'll find out about that. 9:35. Holly Homer is a professional blogger. Really? A homeschool mom. The founder of the blog Kids Activities. The founder of her Facebook blog Quirky Mama. She was named by Mashable as one of the top 10 Facebook Live stars to follow. Anyway, she's going to talk about how to start a successful blog, make an income from it, and inspire others with it. Well, there you go. Make some money writing things on the internet.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. I guess she was married to a doctor, and her success allowed him to retire.
Oh, okay.
So that's a pretty
well, that's
inspirational
pretty
thing.
good. You know, we've had quite a few authors whose book, it was the result of a blog. Some publisher was reading their blog and said, hey, this should be a book, and bingo dingo. Mm-hmm. Bingo dingo.
Bingo
Robin.
dingo.
Yeah.
Wow, I've not heard that before. Bingo dingo.
I just coined a new whatever, exclamation. Jeff Griffin at 10:05. Jeff is an educated wheelchair athlete. He played in, what does that mean, educated?
I know, it was there.
Played in the 2004 Athens Olympics. He holds a Guinness Book of World Records award, most wheelchair basketball free throws in 1 minute. Oh, wow. He's got a book. It's called I'm Possible, as in posture. I think he's been with us before, actually, and he's talking about how his attitude has helped him achieve things. Mm-hmm. Ace Solves It All. We'll find out more about air conditioners today at 10:35. It's probably a subject that applies to Florida. Let's see, 11 months and 12 days a year. It's probably half a month where we don't actually need an air conditioner.
Yeah, right.
Although I didn't really need one last night. It was not too bad. Andrea Hertzberg, a 20-year survivor of late-stage ovarian cancer, diagnosed at the age of 39. She's coming on to talk to us about her fight against cancer and how she helps others deal with it as well. And she's got an organization called SHARE, S-H-A-R-E, which is a toll-free ovarian cancer hotline. She recruits and trains volunteers to help others suffering with that disease. Mm-hmm. Fun with Joe. I understand Joe is not doing well today. He's not feeling well. So
That's a shame.
Prayers, and he and Patsy, they got something bad.
Yeah, they were troopers. It just hit them all of a sudden.
So on Fun with Joe, I don't know who's coming in. But I imagined it would be Dan Martone.
Dan, yep.
So if Dan comes in as a substitute for his dad, I thought it would be fun to have acting questions. So I have a game called On a Roll.
Okay.
I will tell you the different roles, and you tell me who played them.
Oh, okay.
And there you go. It's kind of
Could
fun.
also make that into a sandwich.
You could make it into a sandwich, yes. It's my
Gosh,
play
I
on
love
words.
that.
When Galen Unold is on this morning, Galen, of course, calls in from Life South, and I didn't do the math, but I'm trusting this article. I read an article that says you can give blood every 56 days. I guess that's the same as every 8 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So this article gives you 56 facts about blood donations.
Wow, nice.
56 facts about blood donations, plus got a few sports stories I want to ask Galen about.
Oh, okay.
Including this story of a police union leaders in New York and New Jersey said they would pay the fine for Tennessee Titans linebacker Avery Williamson if he played in yesterday's season opener against the Minnesota Vikings wearing a pair of custom-made Star-Spangled cleats honoring those who died during the 9/11 attacks. So I don't know if he did that. This was a story from Saturday, and I didn't find an update this morning, so I don't know if the player did that, didn't do that. What you think about that? Is that another way of capitalizing on the tragic events of 9/11?
Yes.
2001?
That's what I think.
There was a crazy mattress commercial that some mattress company, I think in Texas, put on the air. It showed a lady, and she was announcing this big September 11th Twin Tower sale. Buy one mattress, get another one for free. And standing to her left and to her right, slightly behind her, are two men. And when she swings out her arms to say it's a big sale, and she swings back her arms and knocks over the two guys. Of course, it's all an act. And they fall backwards into two stacks of mattresses. And those two stacks of mattresses then, of course, collapse, simulating the collapse of the Twin Towers.
That is horrible.
It's like, holy cow, do you guys
Horrible.
not realize?
They should be all fired, vicious.
I watched yesterday the ceremonies in New York, the September 11th memorial ceremonies. And I actually listened to a lot of the names that were being read. And after each cup, did you watch any of it at all? I think it's the same thing they've done every year, but so they have two people at a time reading names, and at the end of each of their turns, they will tell their own personal little story. Like, let's say my dad died 15 years ago. Dad, we miss you. And one guy said, I miss playing wiffle ball with you. And oh my gosh, and it was very touching. And then both the candidates for the presidency, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, were there. The one thing I felt for everybody, not just for them, is the length of time you have to stand. I mean, it was a long event. I was surprised that they were standing so long. And then she apparently has pneumonia and knew it, but went anyway. And then, of course, it got to her. The heat and everything else was a little bit too much. Did you see this?
So she left?
She had to leave, yeah. And
okay, yeah, I didn't see
just
that.
before she gets to the vehicle that drives her to, I think she went to her Chelsea's apartment in Manhattan. I think that's where they said she went after that. But she, you could see her collapsing, and the Secret Service catch her and put her into the SUV, whatever that vehicle was that they were driving. And then later on she was okay, I guess. But still, she's got pneumonia, which is not a good thing to have. So let's hope she does well with that.
Yeah.
All right. Also, today is National Video Game Day.
Oh, cool.
National Chocolate Milkshake Day.
There you go.
National Day of Encouragement.
Ooh, I like that.
And National Boss Employee Exchange Day. No, thank you. I don't want to be sick and home in bed.
No.
No, thank you. Although I have several bosses. Dan is my boss, too.
Yeah.
Everybody's my boss. Dan's my boss. Tish is my boss. Joe's my boss.
That's
Patsy's
right.
my boss. Missy's
That's
my
right.
boss. Everybody's my boss, Robin.
I know.
All right. It's a funny joke. All right, we will be right back. We've got news and commentary on the other side, and we'll do that and take your phone calls as well when we come back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Hillary Clinton calling off plans to visit California today and tomorrow. The Democratic presidential nominee yesterday left a 9/11 ceremony in New York early. Clinton's campaign says she has pneumonia, and her doctor says she became overheated and dehydrated at the event. Thousands gathered in Lower Manhattan yesterday to honor those killed in the 9/11 attacks. For many, the emotional wounds were still fresh 15 years later.
It brings tears to my eyes. It's a horrifying thing, and it's just something you have to live with and move on.
Two beams of light lit the evening sky in New York City, marking where the towers once stood. A new Miss America has been crowned.
Miss Arkansas!
The finale on ABC held at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Fox News. We report. You decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wildfire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadapted.org.
Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Your super minty toothpaste could be keeping you awake. Mint stimulates our alertness and energy, so consider brushing with something like baking soda. If your new date goes out of their way to show respect to you, yet argues with every receptionist and valet and restaurant server, that's a red flag for what's going to happen later with you. If you want to improve your cognitive function, take a walk in nature.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
FlySanford.com, Orlando Sanford International Airport. We are SFB. Simpler, faster, better.
Visiting friends and family or just looking for some fun? Book your vacation now to one of their non-stop destinations, including Amsterdam, Brussels, Mexico City, San Juan, as well as over 70 domestic destinations, including New Orleans.
For enjoyable travel, come to Orlando Sanford International Airport. We are SFB. Simpler, faster, better. Before you fly, FlySanford.com.
We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9 a.m., Bern Paraiso will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hill Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We'll discuss screening, techniques, and more. So tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m. Looking to put your money to work? Florida Credit Union has a CD special, 25 months for 1.41% APY with a $10,000 minimum. Federally insured by the NCUA, a government agency. These rates effective through September 15th. Subject to change at any time. Visit one of Florida Credit Union's convenient locations today or their website, flcu.org, or call 352-237-8222. Don't miss this 25-month CD special. Again, the APY is 1.41%. Act now.
WWWA
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Thank you. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Monday morning. There is a good chance we'll see some rain today. Highs today around 91 degrees, and the temperature right now 72 degrees. There is a storm out in the Atlantic Ocean that is being reported by the National Hurricane Center. It is not named yet. If it gets a name, it'll be Ian, I-A-N. And it has been, at this point, designated as Invest 94L. You might remember that similar name last week or 2 weeks ago, before Hermine became Hermine.
Yeah.
In this case, meaning the meteorologists, don't seem to be all that concerned about this hitting land. I'll read you exactly what it says. The system has a high chance of development into a tropical depression or tropical storm over the next 48 hours. Computer model trends. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, the camera fell.
Oh, okay. I thought we had ghosts.
we both heard something. We didn't know what we heard. Anyway, they say the system poses no threat to any land masses over the next several days. It could turn harmlessly into the open waters of the Atlantic over time, but will still be monitored, of course. So, and as we experienced with 99L, which became Hermine, expect the unexpected, because you never know. But just so you know, there is one out there, and then, although this week that rain system we have coming this week has nothing to do with that at all, but still. Mm-hmm. All right. The National September 11th Memorial and Museum in New York City is unveiling their first ever art exhibit today to recognize the 15th anniversary of the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. The exhibit is titled Rendering the Unthinkable: Artists Respond to 9/11. It will feature paintings and sculptures and videos and more from 13 New York City-based artists who were affected by the attacks. One artist lost a brother in the attacks, while others witnessed the attacks as they unfolded. Each piece of art displays the artist's reaction to the attacks.
Wow.
One of the pieces is a video that was made on September 10th, 2001, in one of the upper floors of one of the two buildings. Mm-hmm. And it was basically a building just documenting a storm passing over the New York area. If you remember, September 11th, 2001 was a beautiful day. There was no storm at all.
No, it was very clear.
And I couldn't have told you September 10th there was a storm, but apparently there was. And it's kind of ominous if you watch the film. It's just a time-lapse photography of these clouds passing over, and you see how dark it gets and mm-hmm. gloomy it gets, and it's set to music, and it was done before. It was done the day before, and one of the film / artists who worked on it died in the attacks. But they had I guess the film, whatever they used, whether it was film or memory chip back then. What do you think they were using in 2001? Well, whatever they used, obviously wasn't destroyed in the attacks.
Yeah.
So the lady who is credited as the artist tells her story about how they did it and why they did it, and they had no idea what was about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tonight marks the first season opener for the Los Angeles Rams since 1994, the year before the Rams took a 22-year sojourn in St. Louis. The game's kickoff at 10:20 p.m. Eastern Time will mark the NFL's official return in Los Angeles, even though this game is in San Francisco.
Okay.
I don't understand that. The Rams were slight favorites over the 49ers ahead of the matchup, in which Rams Wire's Jeff Smith predicted Rams running back Todd Gurley would prove unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell I don't know anything about sports? There was another sports-related story, though, that I can relate to, or at least have an opinion on. There were several protests from players during the playing of the national anthem during the NFL's first Sunday of the regular season, which coincided with commemorations for the 15th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. The demonstrations came in the aftermath of San Francisco 49er quarterback Colin Kaepernick's controversial protest in the preseason when he sat during the national anthem to bring attention to racial injustice and police brutality. Earlier this week, Kaepernick's number 7 jersey became the NFL's top seller. Galen is the one who told us that story.
That's horrible. Why glorify somebody that does something so awful?
Marcus Peters of the Kansas City Chiefs raised his right fist during the anthem in an apparent Black Power salute.
Oh, my God.
Several players for the Tennessee Titans also raised their fists during the anthem. Several Miami Dolphins players knelt on the sideline before the game against the Seattle Seahawks, whose players locked arms in a unified protest.
That's awful.
At least 2 members of the New England Patriots held fists in the air after the national anthem at their game against the Arizona Cardinals.
I hope all those teams lost. I really do. I hope all those teams lost.
Well, if they would pay attention to what the symbolism is that they're protesting, they would realize the irony of protesting something that gives them the right to protest.
That's right.
I mean, there's the irony right there.
That's right. Go move to Russia. You won't be able to do that.
Make a statement. I mean, if you're going to do something unspoken, then find a time. If we're all going to pay attention to what you're doing, okay, you've got our attention. Now make a speech. Make a speech and tell us what you want. What do you want changed?
Yep.
What do you want changed? Do you want police no longer to be in your neighborhoods? Do you only want police in the neighborhoods that represent the racial makeup of the neighborhood? Only white police in white neighborhoods, black police? Is that what you want? Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, tell us what you want. If you're going to draw attention to a cause by doing something like this, okay, you have our attention. Now, make a point. Just like Occupy Wall Street. You have our attention. All right, will somebody please speak on behalf of this group so we know what's going on?
Yeah.
No, nobody articulates anything. Martin Luther King Jr. was the great example. Draw attention. Have these marches in Selma. Have these people, have lots and lots of people march in Washington, D.C. And then let's listen to the speech that you have now drawn our attention to. You make a speech. We understand what it's about. We can make a judgment. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I don't see anything right about this. In this case, obviously, with Martin Luther King Jr., we had a lot of fixing we needed to do. But what do we need to fix in this case? Attitudes. Well, yes, attitudes need to be fixed, but there's always going to be bad attitudes. I guarantee you, if you have, if you decide that you want policemen in your neighborhoods that only represent the racial makeup of that neighborhood, you're still going to have problems.
That's right. For sure.
But anyway, so if you're going to draw our attention to something, tell us what it is. Make a speech.
Yep.
Get somebody who knows how to write and speak, and there you go.
Exactly, and articulate instead of just standing there. And by the way, if they would have uncurled their fists with their hands in the air like that, it would have been a Heil Hitler salute. So,
Robin, don't go there. Don't do that.
Okay, look at the birds. Aren't they pretty?
You just changed the subject. Okay. Let's see. We have candidates who make dumb statements. Hillary Clinton made a dumb one. Of course, she does have our prayers for having pneumonia.
Sick. Yeah.
That doesn't...
She's not feeling good.
That doesn't take this away, though. She called half of Donald Trump's supporters deplorable.
Telling the people.
Half of Donald Trump's supporters are deplorable. But then she apologized. She regretted the remarks. She insisted that she would stop calling out bigotry and racist rhetoric in the campaign.
Yeah, but she's calling American citizens deplorable. She's not calling Trump or his people, the people that are working for him. She's calling American citizens deplorable, the working men and women that go out to vote. That's horrible.
Clinton earned a firestorm of criticism after she slammed Trump voters at a fundraiser late Friday in New York, saying to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. That's the exact quote. Then she went on to say the racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it, and unfortunately there are people like that, and he has lifted them up. Unquote. Trump fired back, calling her words insulting.
Very insulting. God.
She then apologized, saying, "I was grossly generalistic. I regret saying half. That was wrong." Oh.
That's right. That makes it worse then. I regret saying
we'll
half.
be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Couple of spotty showers near the coast this morning. Thunderstorms will be inland during the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny today. High of 87 to 91. Shower thunderstorm in the evening. Clouds through the night. Low 74 to 78. Tomorrow's going to be much more active. Couple showers and heavy thunderstorms during the day. High 84 to 88. And Wednesday again, coastal shower in the morning. Inland thunderstorm in the afternoon. High 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Field is set and a hometown boy wins at Richmond. I'm Joe Moore. The story coming up next on the Monday Morning Race Refresher.
There's a place where time stands still, but the clock always ticks. A place where the roots begin.
The heartland of stock car racing.
But the tree is still growing.
Green flag. It is out. Joey Logano on the quick.
It's Martinsville Speedway. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series races back to the half mile of mayhem October 30 for the Goodies Fast Relief 500. Tickets are on sale now. Call 877-RACE-TICK or visit martinsvillespeedway.com to purchase yours.
Saturday night's Federated Auto Parts 400 at Richmond was the last race of the regular season and the last chance for teams to make it into this year's chase. As it turned out, all the teams that were in before the race were still in afterwards, and they'll start their 10-race playoff series next week at Chicagoland Speedway. But the race winner had already won this year and was locked in, but he wanted to win at his home track. Denny Hamlin qualified on the pole at Richmond and fought off Martin Truex to score the win. The moment for Denny was a decision by crew chief Mike Wheeler to stay out on older tires when most everybody else came in.
I thought we should have come, but he knew that we had a good enough buffer, and he knew our teammates were also thinking about staying out there. So it was hard for me to believe that old tires were going to win the race, but like I say, we're from top to bottom, from the pit crew to the crew chief and driver, everyone executed well today.
Kyle Larson came in second at Richmond, Truex was third, Brad Keselowski fourth, and Kevin Harvick fifth. Next race is the first in this year's chase, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 400, next Sunday at Chicagoland Speedway. I'm Joe Moore. This is the Monday Morning Race Refresher on the Motor Racing Network.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Monday morning. Hope you're doing well. Can you believe it? It's already the 12th day of September. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, Christmas is coming. I gotta
halfway
get my
through the
money
month.
saved up.
A Syrian ceasefire negotiated by the United States and Russia is set to begin tonight, but it's uncertain who it will protect and for how long. The ceasefire agreement calls for an end to fighting between the U.S.-backed Syrian opposition Syrian government forces, including its allies Russia and Iran. Although the deal was announced last week, Syrian and Turkish airstrikes continued over the weekend, with at least 58 people dying from Syrian government airstrikes on Saturday on a market in Idlib, an opposition-controlled city. What is clear is the ceasefire does not protect fighters of the Islamic State and the Nusra Front, a terrorist group that recently cut ties with Al-Qaeda. So even the bad guys have hard times with each other.
Yeah, they don't get along either.
The bad guys. If anybody ever asks you, what is Aleppo? It's a city in Syria. Just so you know. Just thinking about that Gary Johnson story.
That's right.
On the lighter end of things, Ryan Lochte, the swimmer, may be banned from swimming for 10 months, but he plans on using his downtime to compete on the dance floor. Lochte is the celebrity lightning rod on the new season of Dancing with the Stars, which airs tonight on ABC at 8 p.m. The crop of celebrities taking the dance floor includes another Olympic gold medalist, gymnast Laurie Hernandez, former presidential candidate Rick Perry,
Oh, there you go.
model Amber Rose, and Maureen McCormick. Marsha.
She must be the oldest one in there then.
I don't know. How old is Rick Perry?
Oh, okay.
Who's Amber Rose?
I don't know, but if
Do you know any of these people? Do you ever watch this show at all?
No, I used to with your mom.
My mom used to love that show.
Yeah, we loved the costumes, and we'd eat ice cream, and it was just such fun.
You know, that's what goes together. A dance TV show and ice cream. They go together.
It was great. We'd sit there and watch it.
Tesla Motors said yesterday that it is going to upgrade its autopilot semi-self-driving system in a way that will make its electric cars more dependent on radar rather than cameras and improve its accuracy in being able to deal with hazards. CEO Elon Musk told reporters in a conference call that improvements likely would have prevented the only fatality attributed to the autopilot system, which happened in Williston, Florida. It happened back in May. There was a man from Ohio driving a Model S on autopilot in Williston, here in Florida, when he was killed when a truck crossed his path. Elon Musk painted the new system as a dramatic improvement, one that could make Teslas in autopilot mode up to 3 times safer than vehicles without the system. It shows not only that Tesla is committed to leading when it comes to the development of fully self-driving cars, but that it is willing to take action after the Florida crash. Musk said he believes the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which opened an investigation as a result of the crash, will be receptive to the improvements. By the way, there's a movement also by truckers to oppose self-driving semis.
Oh, well, good for them. Good for them.
Do you
My
want
gosh.
to be on the highway? Do you want to be in front of a truck in your rearview mirror and you see no driver behind the wheel? Say, holy cow.
I'd pull off to the shoulder and let it pass. No, thank you.
I don't know. I mean, it might be the future. You never know.
Yeah, but they better get all the bugs worked out before that happens. I don't want to be a statistic because of a flaw in their design or anybody I love.
Voters in Kansas, Alabama, and Georgia will not have to prove their citizenship on their national mail voter registration form after Washington, D.C. appellate judges issued an injunction against the U.S. Election Assistance Commission.
Oh.
The commission reported that they must temporarily ignore the proof of citizenship requirement in those 3 states on all applications filed since January 29th.
Oh, no.
The League of Women Voters said in a statement, "We should be making voting easier, not harder. All eligible Americans deserve the opportunity to register and vote without obstacles." Well, if you're an illegal citizen, you're not eligible. What?
No, you're not eligible. You got to have a birth certificate. You got to show something that you are a citizen. How hard is that? Everybody's got paperwork when you're born.
The League of Women Voters filed a lawsuit against the U.S. Election Assistance Commission's executive director, Brian Newby, who approved demands of change on federal forms in those 3 states to align with their state ID requirements. The lawsuit was filed on the basis of citizenship documentation being difficult to obtain and illegally kept voters from the polls.
You go to you call up the state you were born and you say you need a copy of your birth certificate. Send me $10 and you can have it. Thank you very much. I mean, oh my gosh, how hard is that?
If you are a legal immigrant, then those papers are probably really not that far away.
No.
You probably have them someplace.
No, not at all. That is the most ridiculous thing. You might as well just, forget about everything, open the doors, and everybody lives here.
In the past 15 years, since September 11th, 2001, on this show, we have had a number of authors who have offered their thoughts on September 11th, and you might classify a number of them as conspiracy folks, people who believe. Now, The word conspiracy is really a misnomer because there was a conspiracy on September 11th. There was a group of people who conspired to pull off those attacks.
Yes.
But usually when the words conspiracy theory are put together regarding September 11th, they're referring to theories that have to do with other groups that conspired, perhaps even our own government. And we've had our share of those folks on this show. Mm-hmm. And we did not agree with them, just for the record. The only one I questioned was Building 7. Mm-hmm. And we had a satisfiable answer about that from one of the ABC reporters who wrote a book.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name? Spencer or something?
Yeah.
Spence
something.
And I'm amazed that story isn't like common knowledge. Mm-hmm. But anyway. So Facebook removed a trending topics story about a September 11th conspiracy theory, which claimed the World Trade Center was destroyed in a controlled demolition. The story headlined September 11th. The footage that proves bombs were planted in the Twin Towers was posted by a newspaper called The Daily Star, and it was trending on Facebook yesterday, but Facebook took down the trending story. So.
Ooh.
Facebook controversially went to an algorithm over employing human editors for its trending topics a month ago, and this story's appearance before the weekend of the 15th anniversary of the attacks raised eyebrows on social media. Hillary Clinton has been coughing a lot. Mm-hmm. Hillary Clinton yesterday excused herself early from the 9/11 ceremonies, and by the way, to her credit, I mean, she has always been a supporter of the folks who were left either with a family member or a loved one missing. She's always been a supporter of the health needs of those first responders who had drastic health problems. So I just want that to be on the record too. But anyway, she left early, and so now people are saying, well, with the fainting yesterday, with the coughing, is there something health-wise going on with her?
And when she was Secretary of State, she said she couldn't be there anymore because she had a brain tumor.
She had like a concussion or something, right? And
yeah,
right. But anyway, so now there's speculation, and I'm curious what Democrats think about this. If she decides to step down, would you want Joe Biden to take her place? A lot of people are saying that's what they would want. She will not withdraw unless she has to. But anxious Democrats will be so worried if she fails to be able to campaign and her health escalates as an issue that they might bring unbearable pressure on her to step aside. If that happened, the party rules state that the Democratic National Committee, 2 from each state, would be empowered to nominate a new presidential candidate. Tim Kaine would have no special claim on the nomination, and if there were a switch in the presidential nominee, some folks say it would be Joe Biden, the current vice president.
Oh.
I always thought he should have been in the race anyway. Mm-hmm. But remember, he had his own circumstances. His son died, remember?
Yes, I remember.
So, well, that would make it interesting, wouldn't it?
Yep. I'll make it real interesting. Poor Bernie. He had the good fight. Wow. You know, he came in number 2. You'd have thought he would be the one, you know.
I like him a lot. But as running a country that has a constitution, which is the blueprint of our government, you can't have somebody in there who just doesn't recognize that blueprint. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yes, you have to be with the Constitution.
So that's where Bernie fell short for me. Although I like him, I think he's a great guy. I mean, he seems like a fun and fair guy, but I don't think he quite gets the Constitution. I'm sorry. There's a guy over at the Chick-fil-A that loves Bernie.
Yes.
Anyway, in addition to the other story about Hillary Clinton's pneumonia, she canceled a trip to California for a fundraising event. Secretary Clinton will not be traveling to California tomorrow or Tuesday. Spokesman Nick Merrill said hours after She abruptly left the Ground Zero Memorial, suffering from what her doctor called dehydration. Why are they calling it Ground Zero? It's not Ground Zero anymore.
No.
It's the
Freedom Tower site.
Freedom Tower site. Thank you. All right, we will be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Hillary Clinton's health under scrutiny after getting dehydrated at yesterday's 9/11 event in New York, and word she has pneumonia.
This comes after Republicans have been questioning her health due to her frequent coughing. Clinton has now canceled her trip to California as she recovers, while Trump heads to Baltimore and North Carolina today.
Fox's Kelly Wright. Trump telling Fox News today he hopes Clinton gets well soon. Authorities in Florida investigating a fire at a mosque that was attended by Omar Mateen, the gunman in the Orlando nightclub shooting that left 49 dead. He knocked off number one. Stan Wawrinka in the U.S. Open beats top-ranked Novak Djokovic, who gave credit to his opponent.
In the matches like this, if you don't use your opportunities, the other guy comes and takes it, and that's what he did.
Wawrinka has won 11 straight tournament titles and all 3 of the Grand Slam finals in which he's played. Fox News, we report, you decide.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I want to be a glass countertop in a new home.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's best birthday present.
When I grow up, I want to be a football stadium.
When I grow up, I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
When I grow up, I want to be a fancy backsplash.
I want to be a bike that races around the country. When I grow up, I want to be a bench on a forest trail. I want to be a rocking chair on a sunny porch. I want to be a skyscraper. I want to be
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency, such as a hurricane or tornado, official messages would have followed the alert tones. WOCA serves the Marion County area. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system. Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs